What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Outlier podcast.
We're still nutting in 2023.
He's still stroking in 2023.
Probably should come up with a new intro in 2023, right?
Yeah, we'll think of something we both can do. Something weird.
Yeah. Or maybe drinking out of a 2-liter.
Yeah. A lot of people look down on you for that, right?
Yeah. Well, on my stream, I get people talking smack about me drinking out of a 2-liter. But I don't see what's the issue.
I mean, yeah, I bought it for this purpose because I'm the only one that drinks from it and the only one that likes it. So it's fine, right? Because no one else is going to drink from it, right?
Exactly. And then you want to dirty a dish? For what?
Yeah, for what? Right? All right, guys. As always, we're going to start off with the Would You Rather. By the way, this episode is being recorded on Saturday, the day it goes up, because my friend here was out hunting buffaloes. And he didn't have time to record, so we're recording today, the day of. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys have a great day. All right, let's get into it. Estevan, as always, with the Would You Rather, he says, would you rather be reincarnated in the medieval times as a prince going to become a king, remembering your previous life, or be reincarnated in the future with flying cars like the show Futurama, but not remember your past life? Sorry, this is 3 minutes before I clock into work.
Damn. Well, I mean, if you don't remember your past life, it's just you living a life, right? You don't know you're reincarnated.
Yeah, this is true.
So if you were reincarnated, but you do remember if you're born in the medieval times, I guess you'd be born with more wisdom because you have like 2 lives. You know what I mean? And you're aware of your second life. That's good. That's interesting. But I just feel like I'd much rather live in the future if I had no understanding of reincarnation or that I had a past life, because it's all about perspective and, I'd probably go with the future.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the future too. But have you even seen the show Futurama?
No. I've seen like maybe an episode or two.
They have some cool stuff in that show. Like I've always wondered if that's how the future's going to look like, because there's like robots are treated like humans in that show, and they're just it's crazy, man. I think I would go with future too, just because of all the stuff that they have at their fingertips. I think most people would agree. So let us know what you guys would pick in the comments below. We're going to start off with the first topic, which is a super hot topic right now. Dana White slaps his wife. Now, this happened a while back, a few days ago. Actually not a few days ago. This was, I think, on New Year's. He was at a club celebrating with his wife, and basically, couples fight, right? Nothing crazy. Yeah. And some fan ended up recording him, and they caught him slapping his wife back after she slapped him. And so this kind of went viral, and it caused for him to lose his... I don't know if you knew, but he was coming out with a new promotion called Slap. It's a competition, and they lost TBS as a platform for that show. So let's show you guys a video here. Obviously, this is Dana White and his wife.
Mexico, UFC president Dana White and his wife Ann brought it all in, but the celebration became physical. The video, obtained and published by TMZ, shows White grabbing his wife's wrist. And she tries to walk away, and
he goes in for a second
him.
one.
Then White opened hands.
And that's pretty much it, guys.
For good measure,
Yeah, so what do you think about that?
So my friends disagreed with me on this because they were saying, like, they're immediately going after Dana, saying like, yeah, this guy's going to be canceled. Like, say goodbye to the UFC for him and blah, blah, blah. None of that's going to happen. None of that's going to happen. They need to get out of here. That slap thing, I think that whole slap thing's pretty stupid to begin with, so I don't really care about that. But that's unfortunate for him. At the end of the day, that is a business that he was trying. Anyways, because they're like, yeah, bro, I mean, he's hitting a chick. But at the same time, we're in a stage in our society in America where we're trying to shoot for equality. And we're like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so contradicting to the ideology that we think we're in now when we see a girl literally hit a guy and then him hit her back and we blame the guy. And they're like, well, she can press charges. Why can't he press charges?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not over here advocating for you to be slapping women. I don't, but I'm just saying, like, we have to play fair here. And like you said, everybody has altercations, and I would hate for a man and a female to get in a physical altercation. I would put the blame on Dana White morally, but ethically speaking, I'm like, hey man, girls have to be aware that they can't put their hands on guys either. Ethically speaking, but morally, Dana White should know, like, I shouldn't be putting my hands on women. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. I understand why he slapped back, because obviously I feel like that's well, if you think about like the moment, right? They've obviously been drinking. They're both drunk, whatever. He even came out with a statement saying so. So obviously, if you get slapped, your first reaction is, especially if you're drunk, is to slap back. So it only makes sense, right? Obviously, I don't think it's right, but I agree with you on that point, right? That like women want to be equals and stuff, and they don't want like double standards, right? So if you put your hands on someone, you can't expect them not to put their hands on you back.
Yeah.
Right. That doesn't make it right, but I'm just saying, don't expect the outcome to be different.
Yeah, well, see, that's the problem is I feel like a lot of women are very bold and they have a lot of courage to do something like that because they know that it's frowned upon for men to do it back to them. So they take advantage of the situation.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Like, have
you noticed somebody got in between and they're like immediately trying to like, getting physical with Dana. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever seen those videos where like I saw this one of this girl beating the shit. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
There's this girl beating the shit out of this guy, and then he takes like 6 or 7 punches like hard to the face, and then he just turns around and bodies her and KOs her, right? And then that's when people step in and they're like, whoa, they're just like, what? How does that make sense?
I've seen it. Yeah, it's ridiculous, bro. I saw this one video where people were laughing. It was like people were making a reaction to a video, and it's a guy. You've probably seen it. It's pretty viral. Where he's sitting on the couch and he's recording, and then just a fist comes flying from the background, and the chick punches him. But she punches him and she calls him like a name. I forgot what she says. And then she punches him again. And he pans out of the camera because that's how hard she punched him. And he pans back in, like drying his tears. And he still like continues recording. Oh, it's funny, bro. But the fact that that's funny, but if you were to reverse the roles, that's uncalled for. That's, unacceptable.
I was reading the comments on the whole Dana White video. And someone said that there's a longer video of the altercation where apparently they were arguing and the wife tried to walk away, and Dana kind of held her physically and restrained her from walking away. So they were saying like Dana's to blame because he's the one that started the physical aspect of that argument by restraining her from leaving physically. Mm-hmm. Now, if that's true, that kind of makes sense to me, right? It was like he kind of held her.
It does, but at the same time, like if that's his woman, is that his wife?
Yeah, apparently, yeah. I didn't even know he was married.
At the end of the day, he's responsible for her safety. You know what I mean? How safe is it for her to be going out on her out alone drunk? That's not a very safe spot for women. Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I see that for sure. But I don't think anything is gonna happen to him. Like he's not gonna lose his spot in the UFC or anything. Like
if she's smart, bro, she wouldn't do anything about it. Like she just shut her mouth, let it die out. Because like my friends were saying, like, oh, she should press charges, blah blah. Bro, she does that. Everything she has is because of Dana. She loses the life. She loses the life that she was given because of one altercation, and she wants to, blow it out of proportion. Her best bet is to simmer down. And
I'm pretty sure that wasn't the first time she slapped him, right? Or that he slapped her back. That's probably like they probably didn't think anyone was watching, so right?
Yeah, because that seemed pretty fluent.
There was no stutter. There was no like nothing. Just sass. Just straight to the point. Yeah, I mean, usually that's how it goes, right? Is like when you see it in public, that means it's probably happened in private. You know? So, but yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. I'm more interested in seeing like when he has a press conference, what he's gonna say, because he's obviously gonna be asked about it, right? So
these savage interviewers are gonna be like, "Hey, so you slap your wife on the regular?"
Yeah. So obviously he hosts fights, right? Like that's his thing. So people were commenting like when they're gonna see Mr. White versus Mrs. White. Like people are just fucking hilarious on the internet, man. Speaking of MMA, did you see Jake Paul supposedly signed with PFL?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know though. I'm at a point, bro, where I don't believe anything until I see it when it comes to like all these like publicity stuff. Because Pettis was calling him out, right? He's like, "Welcome to PFL," or what is it?
PFL, yeah. It stands for Professional Fight League.
Yeah, welcome to PFL. See you. I don't know what. Pettis called him out, basically. But I don't know, bro. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I think he'll get whooped. In the octagon.
For those of you that don't know, PFL is MMA, I believe. Or actually, I think they have. I'm not too familiar with it, but I know they have MMA in it for sure. They might have like boxing only, and like I think they have different things. I'm not sure.
Oh, different leagues.
Yeah, different leagues. But in this article that talked about it, it said that he was contracted under the MMA one, which means he'll be fighting. MMA rumored against Nate Diaz. So that kind of makes sense to me though, because Nate Diaz just came off a contract, and they've been like teasing at the fact that they were gonna fight for a while, and so now it looks like things are finally starting to line up for them.
If Dana's smart, he's like he should make that fight happen.
Well,
that's a money fight.
I think they were trying to do something, but just Dana isn't playing ball with anyone. Like Francis wanted to do that with what's his name, Tyson Fury, but
there's only one that got it done.
Exactly, and that's
the GOAT.
That's why fighters are kind of like not liking the UFC that much, because when they get opportunities for big money fights, Dana doesn't really approve of them, right? The only person that got that approved was obviously the notorious Conor McGregor.
Here's the reason why though, because Conor McGregor's situation is so undeniable. Like Conor McGregor was gonna get that fight with or without Dana. Like that's how much power he had, and so Dana knew. He's like, well, might as well let me cash out too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it gets tricky because they're under contract, right? So if Dana wanted, he really could have took legal action against Conor, but why would he do that, right? It doesn't make sense. He'd rather make the money with him than.
And I think Conor would have made more money if he would have just gone. It's like, okay, well then I'll go do boxing.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder when Conor's coming back. Are you excited for him to come back, or are you?
Nah, because I think he should stay.
You're a huge Conor McGregor fan.
Yeah, huge.
Really? And you don't think he should come back?
Nah, I don't think so. I get anxious when he fights, bro, and I just think that his time's done, bro. I think fighters really excel when they have like a fire under them to prove themselves, and I think Conor McGregor's proved himself, and I don't think he has anything to prove. So it's kind of hard to get motivated in a state like that. You know, he's rich. He doesn't have any adversity, like any like real adversities in his life right now. So it's like,
Yeah.
I think. I don't think he wins, bro, if he comes back.
Really? I remember you used to tell me like with every single fight he was in, you'd be like, "No, he's gonna win. He's gonna win. He's gonna win."
No, what I would say is that he has a because I always say it, bro. When you step in a ring, octagon, football field, whatever it is on a professional level, it's anybody's game. Anybody's game.
Except the Cowboys.
No, Cowboys are killing it, my guy.
Are they? I don't follow football much.
Nah, yeah, they're killing it, but I'm not confident.
When's the Super Bowl?
In like 2 months.
Oh damn, it's still a ways away. Who do you think is going to the Super Bowl?
If I had to choose, there's 2 teams, the 49ers or the Chiefs.
The
Those are the 2 teams.
49ers? Really?
Oh, yeah,
Are
bro.
they on fire?
Oh yeah, they're ranked number 2 of all NFL.
Damn.
But they lost their star quarterback. They lost their star and their backup quarterback. So now they're on their 3rd string, but the 3rd string's a stud, bro. He's good.
Damn. Interesting.
If I had to pick one team, I'd pick the Chiefs, though. Kansas
City Chiefs. What about them Cowboys?
Nah, I think Cowboys make it second round of playoffs.
I that's what I like about you as a fan, because you can be a fanatic of people, but you're not delusional. At least not all the time. There is sometimes when you're delusional and you do.
I do it to tease you.
Yeah, I think that's why you do it. But for instance, like you love Conor McGregor, but you know that his time's done. That you love the Cowboys, and you watch like what, every Cowboy game mostly. That's like your favorite team. Yeah, you're like, nah, I don't think this is the year, because you're realistic, you know. And a lot of people aren't willing to be like that, especially if they're fans. I guess like people would call you not a true fan for saying stuff like that.
Exactly, bro. But the thing is, I'm not even doing it for anybody else. It's more for like my mental health, as crazy as that sounds, because when I used to be a diehard Cowboys fan, bro, and they lost,
take a toll on you, right?
It would ruin my whole week, bro. I would go home as a kid, bro. I would go home wanting to cry, bro, when the Cowboys would lose. I kid you not, dude. It would get me so mad. And actually, one of the books I read recently talked about how we attach ourselves to teams, to our cars and stuff like that, to the point where we lose a sense of ourselves. Like we lose our composure when our favorite football team loses. It's like, what? Nothing bad, nothing like physically is happening to you, yet you're putting all this stress on yourself. And I guess I realized that very early on. So I stopped actually watching football for that reason. I was like, no, man, like I'm getting too stressed out. My weeks are going, you know, whenever Cowboys lose, I was freaking terrible. And then I stopped watching football because Cowboys started to suck. But now I'm back watching football, and I'm just not invested as much as I used to be.
Imagine if you were that invested since then. You would be a fucking wreck.
Oh,
you'd probably be fat. You probably, I mean, right? Like that kind of makes sense, right? Because you put so much of your time and energy into what this team accomplishes, that if they lose, that could affect your day, like how you have a workout, if you have a good day or not. Like,
not just that, bro. This is a very interesting thing that I've been talking to my friends about. My friends have a knack for attaching themselves to different sports. Like every sport, bro, they're extremely invested. They have their team in it, they're betting on it, all this stuff. They will skip, like if they have an opportunity to put in extra hours at work, they're like, no, I gotta watch the game. Or they'll skip workouts because I gotta watch the game. They'll skip family gatherings because I gotta watch the game. All the stuff that they sacrifice their personal gain for another team, like something that's not gonna benefit them.
And then they lose. Yeah.
And then they lose or whatever it is. And it's like my friend that works out, he's like, even if he skips like 2 days out of the week of not working out, I'm like, hey, we skipped 2 days, let's work out on Sunday. Nah, bro, I can't. It's the football games.
Yeah.
To me, bro, it's like, what? Like you would rather sacrifice your goals for a football game?
Yeah, but that's also an excuse, right? Like, because
well, no, he's very disciplined. That's the weird thing. It's just football games. He will not work out on Sundays, bro.
I don't understand that because I've been a fan of UFC and I don't want to say it, but you know I'm talking about the Keemstar tournament shits, and I was super invested in them, right? Like mostly UFC, but that wouldn't stop me from going to the gym. I would literally I'd be squatting with my phone like on a you know, on a fucking dumbbell watching it. I wouldn't have the best workouts, I'm not gonna lie, because I wasn't completely immersed in my workout, but it didn't stop me from going. I mean, what's stopping him from watching the game while he's working out?
Yeah, but it's weird, bro, and that's been a phenomenon that I've been thinking about for a very long time because to me, I always think about it like this. Whether the Cowboys win or lose, how is that going to affect me? Like, how is that going to affect my personal life?
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. Like, even if they go and win the Super Bowl, what do I gain from it? Nothing, bro.
Happiness.
So I'd rather sacrifice. If it came down to it, I'd miss a Cowboy game to go work out, or you know whatever it is.
Yeah.
If you know push came to shove, I mean, that's out the window. I'd rather put myself first.
Yeah, 100%. That's the healthy way to look at sports and that being a fan, I think. I'm only really a fan of the UFC, and they kind of go. They're only once a week. I know football is like more than once a week, right?
Yeah. Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays.
And there's people that keep up on all the teams, right? Because
I've been kind of doing that actually recently, but casual, like very casual. Like people watch TV, right, on their spare time. Some people watch YouTube. Whenever I can, I see, oh, there's a football game. It's Thursday. Let me check it out. And while I'm working or whatever I'm doing, I'd watch it. But
yeah. Did you see that that video, or it wasn't a video, it was an article of a guy who's a doctor that drove.
Okay.
What would you think I was gonna say?
Did you see the safety of the Bills?
No.
The one that DeMar something who got hit.
Collapsed, right? He collapsed.
Yeah, bro. I watched it live at the gym.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That didn't stop you till your friends just making excuses.
Facts. I watched it live at the gym, bro. It's crazy. It was like he went to go make a tackle and the guy ducked his head and he just took a regular hit, tackled him down the floor. He stood up for about 2 seconds, wobbled, and then fell back down. And they had to administer CPR and then shock him back to life, bro. It's crazy.
But he's fine, right?
Yeah, so I think I saw an article this morning saying that they already took out some type of tube that was helping him breathe or eat, and he's gaining his health back.
That's weird.
It's one of those things, bro, like, because it's not a hard hit. It was just wrong time at the wrong place. You know what I mean? Like, you get hit wrong and you get discombobulated.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's a video online if you guys are interested in watching that. It's very interesting because he does get up for like 2 seconds. He takes a couple steps, I think.
Yeah.
And then he just falls and then just goes to shit, which is so weird. And like you said, it wasn't really a super hard hit, right?
No, it was just like a routine tackle.
Routine hit, yeah.
There's a lot of controversy going on right now because one of my favorite, the most popular show right now covering football is called Undisputed, and one of the commentators, one of the hosts of the show, tweeted out basically saying like, "Oh, what are they going to do about the game? Because that's a very important game for the season." And everybody was calling them insensitive and that you're a piece of shit, like, bro. They were going after him.
But he does have a point.
He does have a point, bro. Dude, people are so sensitive, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand how you can't like have empathy for that guy and then also ask about the game. Like, why can't you do both? Like,
exactly.
People expect you to just not acknowledge.
People ignored his first 2 tweets. Were saying, prayers out to DeMar and his family. My wife and I just sent a prayer to him. Literally, that's what he said. And the second one was update on DeMar. He had to, CPR was administrated, blah, 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 continue prayers. And then his third tweet was like, I wonder what they're going to do with
About
this
the
game.
game.
It's a very
Yeah.
important. But no, bro, people shat on it. You know who I saw, and you know who this is? Courage. Courage JD?
Yeah.
This is disgusting. Motherfucker got like thousands of retweets, bro. Fuck out of here. That fat ass pissed me off.
Yeah.
Hey, look, actually, look, I'm watching the game right now.
I
on the
expect that
side.
from him though. Oh, that's hilarious. Anyways, did you see that or not video? I keep saying video. It's an article of a man. It just happened in this past week. He drove his Tesla off a cliff, attempting to kill his whole family, and failed.
And failed, bro. That's crazy.
He
Shout out Elon.
What I was wondering is, how did they know that he was trying to kill his whole family? Because I can imagine like he could just say it was an accident, right? But how did they know immediately that it was an attempted thing to kill everyone? How did they know that?
I'm sure his wife and kids.
Yeah, but like they knew that immediately, right? Like as soon as the crash happened. How did they know that? Because I'm sure the wife. You think the wife was awake and stuff, and like.
I would think so. Yeah.
I would think they're all in critical condition and rushed to the hospital. Not talking, discombobulated, knocked out.
I guess that's all speculation, right? But my first assumption would be the wife would be the one to say,
Awake.
"He tried to take us out." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, if that's not the case, then maybe the second option would be, maybe they went through some type of his records or something like that and said, or maybe a car behind them saw them. It was like, yeah, motherfucker just went out voluntarily.
Yeah. Someone said that there's a bunch of cameras on the Tesla, so there's got to be footage of that, right?
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I think they even record audio. So I don't know.
That's a dub for Elon, though, huh?
I'm just imagine trying to kill your family and you wake up in the hospital and they're like in the rooms next to you and they're all alive and you're alive.
What a piece of shit, though, right? Take your own life. Piece of shit.
Dude, I don't understand people like that. It's like, yeah, kill yourself, bro. If you're like, what the fuck does your family have to do with it? You know?
Why, though? I think his wife cheated on him or something like that.
I don't know. I didn't read into it, but that's no excuse.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I'm not like.
Nah, you were trying to make an excuse for him, bro. And
no,
I don't.
No, like.
Yeah, but he's gonna face charges, obviously, and he's going to jail and all that stuff. But that's fucking sad, bro. That's sad as fuck. Happened in California.
I'm happy that they survived, though, and yeah, that piece of shit needs to be put away.
And he was a doctor, so he was a successful man, right? Doctors make good amounts of money and are super respected. So I don't like. I'm curious as to what prompted him to do that. The only thing that would not make sense, but that kind of I would expect would be like he was about to lose his family, meaning she cheated and was going to take the kids or something of that sort, right? So he said, fuck this. Y'all ain't going nowhere. You're coming with me. And drove off the cliff, right?
No,
am I right or wrong?
I don't know, bro.
That doesn't seem plausible to you?
That's all hearsay.
No, I know, but that's if what you said is true about
recording podcast. Bring him here.
Is that your Chango?
That's my Chango Gordito. Let me put him on the camera one time. Am I gonna feed him? I'm recording a podcast. I just want to show him.
Oh hell no!
He wants a nipple. You saw that? Watch. Look at him.
That's Roger's baby. Roger the third.
The third. He's a cutie, ain't he?
Yeah, he's a little crybaby though, low key.
He's hungry. He wants the nips.
What's Sarah doing? Go ahead and feed him.
Yeah, she was bringing him to me so I can feed him. I
I
said, nah, Daddy's busy. He's working.
All right, guys. Well, that's all we got for you guys this week. Sorry for the late upload. My boy here kind of failed me last night.
Yeah, honestly, guys, I went hunting and I wasn't expecting to be we didn't even hunt late. Honestly,
Oh,
I just
you
didn't
you shot 2 buffaloes, right?
yeah. Well, my brother shot one. I shot the other one.
Okay.
Dope, bro. It was dope. I hadn't. I know my dad and my uncles. They all bought thermals, and they were telling me about it. And I hadn't gone to check them out. So I was like, man, I go back to work on Sunday. I want to try night hunting with them. And it's badass. It is creepy though, bro, because pitch black, all you can see is through the thermal. So you're walking in the dark, and if you hear something, you gotta look through the thermal, see what it is. You know, yeah. Like not even 10 minutes in, we saw like 8 hogs with a bunch of babies, and we're like, let's take them out.
And the babies?
No. We only killed 2.
Oh,
but we didn't want to kill any more because
you left them without a mom and dad.
No. They were big enough to where they were eating.
No, you said babies.
No, I know, but there was 8 hogs, and then more babies. So we took 2 of the hogs out. Yeah.
I thought you meant 2 hogs and like 8 babies.
No, I don't know how many babies there were. There was a lot of them, but just 8 hogs.
How's hog taste? Wild. Is it
good, bro? It depends. Like what like if it's like a jabalin, don't.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard it tastes like shit. But those aren't even considered hogs. I don't think, right?
No, maybe not. I don't know. But no, the hogs that as long as you ice them, you drain the blood, you're good.
All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys again for tuning in to this episode of the Outlier Podcast. As always, my boys' links are in the description. What are they?
At Roger Reacts on Twitch and YouTube. Guys, on YouTube, if you're curious, if you want a playlist, I made a best of 2022 playlist video. Go check it out. And if you're all interested with some banger music, there's a playlist out there for you.
All right, guys. See you guys next week. Peace.